About a month ago, I was browsing on AliExpress and I saw a listing for an S23 Ultra that looked so sketchy and ridiculous that I had to buy it. In my last video, I reviewed it, and as I suspected, everything was a lie about this phone. Like the fingerprint reader, which once you record your fingerprint, you can unlock the phone with your nose or your ear, or Face ID, which you could unlock with your hair. Even the little things like Spotify. When you try to open Spotify, it's not Spotify, it's like an MP3 application, which is actually kind of cool. But it's not Spotify, it's just petty, you know what I mean? So today's video is dedicated to the camera of the S23 Ultra from AliExpress. Is it going to be any better? Does it really have 32 million rear HD cameras like it says in the listing? I mean, honestly, does it even have 5? Well, I guess you're gonna have to stay tuned and come along with me for an adventure. Now, before we test the camera itself, I want to open the internals of this device and see how many cameras we're actually dealing with. Like, I know there's 5 lenses, but I want to dig a little deeper and see how many of those lenses are actually cameras. Luckily, the internals of this smartphone are very basic, but we're taking a look at the lenses here. I've got a flathead screwdriver from an iPhone repair kit, and we're gonna lift on here to see if we can get a look at these cameras. Now, I'm prying up not too hard, just to see if we could get these to lift, and there we go. We had the glue break. Yep, this is exactly as I suspected. Everything is looking suspiciously fake, but let's take a look under here. Okay. It looks like we have about 4 decoy cameras. You can see the top left camera is a clear piece of glass, and the other 4 cameras are just false cameras. Yep, not 32 million cameras. Nope, we've got a flashlight here, or a torch, and then the actual camera is the size of a fleck of pepper, or salt. Well, I'm dying to see the camera quality of this thing as well as the video quality, so stay tuned. But the SIM ports here, I don't even know if those are real, as well as the SD card slot. Everything about this phone is fake. I digress. Alright, let's put this thing back together. If anyone was wondering, yes, the battery cover is very plastic, no glass whatsoever. But let's close this thing up. The first thing we're going to test is the back camera for regular photos. So I'm doing a screen record here in the camera app of the S23 Ultra from AliExpress. And surprisingly, it's fairly clear for a camera that is the size of a grain of salt or pepper. The microphone is causing some white noise in the background, which is annoying, but here we're seeing how far in it can zoom, and it can only do 4 times zoom. But looking at these AirPods of this AirPods package, I mean, it does the job, but an old 5S has better camera quality than this. There are some color effect filters that we're going to go through. The first one being mono, which is just black and white. I'll give you guys a look at that here. Nothing special, just a black and white filter. There's also the sepia filter, the negative filter, which again, all these are standard to any smart device in 2023. And lastly, an aqua filter. This one looks kind of cool. I tried getting this to focus on smaller print. I couldn't do it up close, but right about here, I could kind of make out what text said, but yeah. Now, the camera had other settings like scene mode, auto, night, sunset, party, but if you change into any of the modes like night or day, it would just change the brightness. Same with these white balance filters. If we go to daylight and then get out of the filter, it just makes everything super bright. So as for the camera, that's about everything you're gonna get. So not amazing, not too bad for a grain of pepper camera. But next we're going to test the video, and to do that, we're going to go get some tacos with my wife and I. Let's go. Here's a photo once we got to the place we're eating. These are my Nike Air Force 1 winter boots. These things are deadly. Here's another photo of my wife. The restaurant we're at is called Big Tortas. You should definitely go there if you're ever in Utah. Also, if you're enjoying this video, please consider subscribing. And again, here's another photo of my wife as she's getting ready to go into Big Tortas with me to destroy some tortas and carne asada tacos. Alright, we're at probably one of my favorite places to eat, called Big Tortas. It's kind of West Valley-ish, Salt Lake City-ish. Camera actually looks pretty dang good on this thing. Oh, baby, there's nothing like walking in and getting a good smell of carne asada. First thing I always do is go to this fridge right here and get some good old cane sugar Coca-Cola. Oh, we love these things. By the way, I know I'm not recording in 4K on this FAKE S23 Ultra, but the video ain't that bad, you know? Okay, so I want to zoom in on this Coca-Cola really quick and see how much of a zoom we're going to get. Okay, nothing crazy, but we got 4 times zoom, just like we got on the camera. Let's open this bad boy up and go find our seat. Danny gets a first swig. Looks like she's loving it. This is how video looks with the selfie cam. Oh, thanks for photobombing my videos, sir. But hey, doesn't look so bad. I think it looks pretty good in my opinion. What do you guys think? Comment below. Danny, what do you think? And this is what we came for, the carne asada tacos. Now, the reason these are so great is because if you order 2, you actually get 4, because they double layer the tacos and give double the meat. So really, you get 4 tacos for the price of 2. Not so bad in my opinion, and the meat is cooked perfectly. Also, what do you guys think of the video? Again, it's not amazing, but for a $70 phone, it's okay, right? Here's another still photo to show you guys the camera quality. Again, not amazing, but it definitely does the job. And then our torta came out. We get 1 because it's so big, and we split it in half. It's a suadero torta. It is so good. Every time we get it, it's gone about this fast. I blink, and then it's gone. Danielle's a slower eater, considering she's half the human that I am. I like to inhale my food while she likes to enjoy her food. But don't get me wrong, sometimes she can out-eat me faster. Now, what is this photo? This is panorama mode of the AliExpress S23 Ultra, which you can see it's definitely flawed. I even tried taking this panoramic photo slower, but the camera just cannot focus in, and it looks like a poop smear of a panoramic photo. So here's the weirdest thing about all of this. The smartphone on the left is from Amazon. I got it last year. It was their version of a fake S22 Ultra. And then on the right is the smartphone we just reviewed. The one on the left actually looks a lot more like this year's S23 Ultra than the one on the right. At least hardware speaking. This one looks more like a S20 FE in my opinion, but still treacherous either way. Either way, at the end of the day, both of these smartphones absolutely suck. They each have my right fingerprint recorded on them. Nevertheless, I can unlock them with my middle fingers. Oh gosh, this is bad. So what's the verdict? I wouldn't even spend $40 or even $70 on these fake smartphones from AliExpress. You'd be better off buying an iPhone 6 or a Samsung Galaxy S6 or S7 for the price of these. Even with outdated software of Android and iOS, they will run better than these because the software on these are made for like calculators, not actual smartphones. Anyways, in the end, the camera of the AliExpress S23 Ultra isn't horrible. For a grain of pepper sized camera, it does the job and isn't so bad, but don't buy these phones. These are ridiculous. But what you should do is subscribe and stay tuned for my next video where I unbox these headphones here. They're actually AirPods Pro, not knockoff Galaxy earbuds. These actually have a crazy story. My friend buys pallets of electronics returns and he came across these. We think they were smuggled from China. I'll talk more about them in the next couple videos, but make sure to subscribe so you guys can see it. See you guys next time. Bye.